abundance, fertility, harvesting, and logic. We're getting that earth coming in reverse. But we also have green aventurine, which is good luck, prosperity, new opportunities, and heart healing that's coming in upright. All of the seeds that you've been planting in the earth, it's 1122 as I'm saying that, which is just double threes, right? Internal, external becomes the manifestation. All of the seeds that you have been planting in the earth are getting ready to sprout exponentially, and it will bring new opportunities. It is going to heal your heart. It will feel like, look, I've been wearing my green aventurine choker. I don't have it on today, but I started wearing it actually like a few days ago, but that green aventurine choker. And just when you get back to the root of it, see, a lot of times we don't want to do that root work. We don't want to get to the cause. We don't want to get to the cause of where all of that unsavory energy has been stemming from. But when you recognize that some of it hasn't been true, right? When you recognize that you're living according to others' expectations, and you are allowing their fallings to become your callings, when you allow other people's expectations and fallings to become your calling, you are not moving in prosperous energy. Why? Because God has been trying to tell you something, that it is time for you to truly stand up and do what you do. You remind me of the babe. What babe? Babe with the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Who do? You do. You what? Remind me of the babe. Listen, you've been moving through the labyrinth, okay? You've been moving through the labyrinth and trying to find your way. And every time, listen, every time you find that opening and you move and you're navigating that energy, every time you find that opening and you move and you navigate that energy and you hit the hedge, right? You hit the wall, you feel like there's always going to be that obstacle. There's always going to be that barrier. There's always going to be that blockage. But the reality of it is, if you're not listening to your own guidance, if you're not listening to your own direction, if you're not listening to your own insight, are you really moving in a prosperous manner, or are you moving as the crowd, as the herd wants to navigate? God has been trying to tell you something, and what I realize is that God is saying the Lotus Mother has a place. Listen, the Queen of the Outsiders, Sarah Khalid, she shows up, baby. When I tell you she shows up so adamantly for me, I lean into her energy often. Why? Because I felt like an outsider a lot of my life. I became a mother at 15, and God knows that it was not easy, right? I'm the eldest in my family on both maternal and paternal sides. When I tell you, I've been trying to live up to other people's expectations my entire life, and a lot of those times I felt like I was falling short. Why? Because I was moving as they saw me to move, not as I truly needed to do. So I felt like that outsider my whole life. But what I know is that the Lotus Mother is exactly who she's supposed to be, governed by Sappho. Sappho shows up, the poetess, for me often. Sarah Khalid shows up for me often. The Ehuana, the high priestess in that deck, she shows up for me often. Because when I'm moving with my embedded, internal, embodied wisdom, that embedded, internal, embodied wisdom, I cannot fail. I cannot fail, because it is on my heart, but more important, it's my calling, it is my vocation. I am with one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love, the high priestess in Heduana. Didn't I tell you she shows up for me often? She's showing up for you too, because this is my soul work. My soul work is to aid you with remembering how to shine your light and to turn it on. The lady of the interior life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real, and that is Teresa of the Avila. I am opening my books to take on new clients. I have a special candle that I'm going to be working with and working on today. And we have so many, like 111, 1111 portals this year. Today is one of them. As a Leo sun, Leo rising, and a Sagittarius moon, I'm going to be harvesting all of this energy for not only my betterment, but depending on how far the wax goes, I'm going to also offer those up to you all. So if you come across this and you're interested in having one, shoot your shot, because they will be very limited, because this is not a time, place, or energy that will be able to be replicated again. And this is the beginning. Clearly that high priestess energy is navigating and propagating all around us. It's 1129, which is just 1111. God has been trying to tell you something, and now the choice is, are you ready to listen, or are you going to continue to move? Ooh. Are you going to continue to move against your calling? And are you ready to walk openly, stand proudly, and unequivocally in your truth? Boundaries and balance. And the beautiful part about that is when you create that boundary, and boundaries are a beautiful thing. What I will accept and what I will not accept, where I am moving, where I'm not moving, you are less likely to find yourself out of balance. And with that, we're going to close. And if any of these videos that you've seen recently say that I need to sit with the Lotus Mother, click the link.